Good morning, beloveds. Running a little bit behind, but I wrote my final car payment today. I'm kind of excited about that. And Tom did the math, and we may be able to pay our house off in the next 3 years. So, yay. And I just realized, hey, Tom, I think my Science of Mind textbook is out there. I just realized I don't have my textbook. Kind of can't do this without the textbook.
Yeah, for 20 minutes.
That's not the purpose of these. That is not the right one.
It's living the Science of Mind. That's not the right one?
No, it's the Science of Mind. Apparently, I have this on the back of the couch, too. So he brought me the Living the Science of Mind, which I'm actually thinking about doing next, but this is not the one I'm going to do. This is not the one I'm trying to finish now. But, now I'm just talking about nothing because, that and trying to grab that errant curl. Not that my hair's not full of errant curls. Okay, you know what?
Oh, I found it.
He couldn't find it. So I was about to just pause this and go do it. Which it would be nice if there was a pause function on here, but there's not.
Left it on the floor.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
Welcome.
So we are in the science. Now that I have the Science of Mind text, I needed to create a new playlist yesterday. So I was like, if you don't know, these are archived on the Running Rev Ryan YouTube channel. So if you're curious about what I've been doing for the last 5 years, that's where they are. Okay, so we are on the Science of Mind text. We are on page 489. We're in part 5, and we're in the section of other teachings from the New Testament, or the Christian Testament, as I have been trained to call it. And we are starting with mental expression from 2 Corinthians 3:18. But we all, with open face beholding, as in a glass, the glory of the Lord, are changed into the same image from glory to glory, even as by the Spirit of the Lord. Yeah, sometimes you read the Bible and you're like, what on earth are we talking about? The good news is Ernest is about to tell us what he thinks. All right. As our thought is opened and we behold the image of eternity within ourselves, we are changed by this image into a newness of life. This is accompanied by the Spirit of God. The subjective state of thought is the creative medium within us, which fact psychology has proven beyond question. Question of a doubt. Emerson tells us that we are inlets and might become outlets to the divine nature. We are already inlets, but we must consciously become outlets. A great mystic tells us that the upper part of the soul is merged with God and the lower part with time and conditions. Well, that's really interesting. Okay. Plotinus says that when the soul looks to God alone for its inspiration, its work is better done, even though its back is turned to its work. And Jesus tells us to seek the kingdom of God first, and that all else will be added on to us. Now, the image of God is imprinted upon each one of us, and all reflect the divine glory to some degree. Indeed, we are part of the divine glory. When our thought is turned from limitation to the greater glory, we then reflect that glory. When the subjective state of our thought receives the images from reality, it, in turn, reflects this reality into all that we do. Gradually, as the process takes place, the outer person becomes changed, and as their concepts become enlarged, so their conditions and physique take on a newness of life. This change in the outer is brought about by the Spirit of God. The Spirit of God, being the one and only presence in the universe, brings about events and remolds conditions after its own likeness. Okay, I just read a whole lot. And all of it is, wow, good Lord. I don't even know where to start. Now, the image of God is imprinted upon each one of us. Let's start there. Simply from the standpoint of, I got really excited. Was it yesterday where I was talking about, or maybe it was the day before, where I was talking about the soul. The soul that we use is not ours. It's not. Emerson calls it the oversoul. And Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes, contends that what we do is we take a little bit of that soul and we individualize it into ourselves. That is, so the soul that we use isn't ours, per se. You know, we just individualize a little bit of the soul of the universe, the soul of God, the soul of the divine, whatever you want to call it. We individualize that, and that is what we are. Okay. Now, so I like that he said the unknown mystic says upper soul and lower soul, because the upper soul is definitely God, you know, and then the lower soul, which is the part we've individualized, it is bound by time and conditions, because right now we are bound by time and, by time and conditions, because we are having a material experience. It is not what we are. We are not the material experience that we are having. We are simply having a material experience. So when we remember that we are not this, that we are spirit having a material experience, then we can go back and go, okay, so we are divinely connected by virtue of the soul to God. Therefore, we are inlets. We do get to choose how much we let in. That's that free will thing. But when we choose to let more in, we can also then choose to let it out. And then we can become outlets. Okay. We can let the divine work through us. So when we're taking our inspiration from God, our work is better. The What Would Jesus Do movement was arguably annoying. It was. But it was on point. Because if you stopped and thought, okay, well, what would Jesus do in this situation? And acted like that, then, you're going to make better choices. What would the divine do in this situation? You're going to make better choices. Your work is going to be better. Yeah. Then, but that's how you become that outlet. So there was a lot in that one. 2 Corinthians. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm running. Let's see. I have a sneaking suspicion. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's do the ascending scale of life. This is 2 Corinthians 3, 7 through 12. We are changed from glory to glory. This implies that the divine scale is ever ascending. There is no end to the divine nature, and therefore no end to the possibility of our expressing him. But we must behold it, all in caps, by the way. We must look steadfastly into this reality if we are to image it in our own minds. There is no forlorn outlook, no limited concept. All that God has or is belongs to us and is ours to make use of. We are not separate. We are not to separate life from living, but to unite the two into a more perfect one. The thing and the way it works, the glory and the image of the glory in common affairs of everyday life. Nor hath eye seen, nor can tongue tell the greater possibility of any soul. Only God has revealed this through Jesus. And this, and Jesus is in, okay, hang on. Okay, let me go back. All right. Only God has revealed this through Christ, and this Christ is each one of us, from the apparent least to the apparent greatest. The world is saturated with divinity, immersed in reality, and filled with possibility. We must take this divine possibility and mold it into a present actuality in everyday experience. This is the way to freedom, the path to peace and happiness. All right, I was not expecting that last line. Let me go back. We must take this divine possibility and mold it into present actuality in everyday experience. Divine possibility. Okay. I think this is I'm going to stop there just because. Divine possibility. One of the things, positive thinking can get a bad rap. And it should. It should. Because sometimes positive thinking, we can use it as a spiritual bypass. And it's like, no negative vibes here, positive thinking only. It's like we have human experiences and not all of them are positive. And we need to make room for all of those things that are not, to make time to be sad, to make time to grieve, to make time to be angry, and move from there. Now, where the positive is beneficial is in knowing that those times don't last. Okay. That you have survived 100% of your bad days. That if it's, it'll all be okay in the end, and if it's not okay, it's not the end. Okay. So if we're going to talk about positive, the path to freedom, I think that's it, is knowing that it's going to be okay in the end. Because when we can focus on that, when we can focus on the fact that it will get better, then that opens us up to the possibilities, to the opportunities that we might not have seen if we were focused on oh my God, everything's a mess. Okay. When we are focused on everything is a mess, we don't see the opportunities to get out of it. But when we focus on the fact that, we can, that it'll be okay. In the end, it'll be okay. When we focus on that, then we start to see the little steps that we can take to get us out of the mess that we are in. And that's where the positive thinking can be really beneficial. So he says, we must take this divine possibility and mold it into present actuality in everyday experience. Right? Okay. So that's what I'm talking about. Is to understand that there's always the divine possibility, the divine potential. And when we are open to that inspiration from within, or on high, which, whichever, I like from within because up high, on high kind of puts it outside. When we are open to that inspiration from the divine, then we can take hold of those opportunities and mold them into present, activity. And that's the benefit of positive thinking. Done right. Because, we don't always do positive thinking right. Like I said, we can use it as a spiritual bypass. But to look at a messy situation and go, okay, you know what? I can handle this with the inspiration from the divine. And now all I need is the divine to start showing me where the possibilities are and let me snag those opportunities and move myself along. I feel like with Romans, I wasn't as familiar with Romans. I think I'm a little more on I'm not standing on sand in Corinthians. I think I'm a little more familiar with Corinthians. All right. So what we are going to do then is we are going to start on the top of 491, which is still Corinthians. And hopefully, I'm going to leave my book in here this time, so I won't waste time looking for it tomorrow. Or, yeah, won't waste time looking for it. What I am going to do, though, is remind you that an easy way to support the center is to engage with our social media. Go like, subscribe, share, follow, comment. You can also, I mean, on Facebook, you have all these other options. You can love, and you can laugh, and you can go, wow. So, because somebody laughed at something I said the other day, and I was like, seeing the little smiley face or the laughing face go up was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I guess I said something good, you know. But that's an easy way to support the center. And we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark on the social medias that we are on. I am the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I'm on. So feel free to go like, subscribe, share, follow, comment, as I said. We appreciate it. And if you comment while I'm actually live, if I see it, sometimes I will comment back, and then when I go to move the video tonight, then, sometimes I'll at least react to your comment. I appreciate them. What was I about to say? I don't know what I was about to say. I'm going to remind you that we are, if you want more information about the center, the website is creativelife.org, and if you could also get on the constant contact email, which is info@creativelife.org. You get one email a week, and the hot links are hot. So, all right. I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a go dance in the rain day, a stay out of the lightning day, a enjoy the thunder day. Our chances of rain are pretty good today. Enjoy the cooler weather day, I don't know what I was about to say day. It's okay day. You got this day. Take care of yourself day. Make sure you eat a good lunch day. Drink plenty of water day. Call a good friend day. Cuddle your fur babies day. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. All right. And you can grow from that sapling, godling, into a mighty oak. Yes, you can. All right. And one of the ways to do that is to forget everything you have ever been told about yourself by people that know you, that people that love you, by people that don't know you, especially marketing and ad executives, and get to know who the divine knows you to be. Because the one promise I can make is the divine knows you to be good. Okay? That's what the divine knows. That's all the divine knows. And from there, you want to talk about divine possibilities? That's it. The person the divine knows you to be is good. And from there, all things are possible. And you get to mold it into your actuality, your reality. All right, beloveds, take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next. Oh, did I remind you? Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9. Let's be honest, it's 9:15. Take care of yourself. Know that you're loved. And I'll see you next time.